Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today we're going to be finding out what's in this box. I'm serious, I don't know what's in this box. Like Kickstarter decks and stuff, I assume it might be one of them, because when you back Kickstarter decks, you don't know exactly when they're going to come out or anything. This address up here, this is a distributing company, a distributing place in Illinois, it seems, so, that doesn't give me much info. I've got my name down here with my address moved because, you don't need to know where I live. Unless you want to send me a deck too, and then just let me know and I'll send you my address and I'll unbox it and maybe I won't know what it is, which is part of the fun. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to unbox this box and let's hope that there's a tarot deck in it, because I am Cosmic Crow Tarot and it would be weird if I unbox something that wasn't a tarot deck. So we're going to get into it. Use a little bit more knife edge there. I usually use my handy scissors, but today I'm like, no, I'm going to use this knife that I've had in my purse forever because I never get to use it. So I've got the top little ripped off right there. Go over here. Cut that side. Yes, knife is still sharp because I never use it. But get into the box. It's like Christmas. I'm really excited, really nervous, and, I want to share it with all of you because unboxing videos are fun and sharing them with you are fun because I always get to do the bubble wrap. There's the bubble wrap. So we're into something that could be damaged if it's not taken care of. This bubble wrap is a little bit more difficult to do. There we go. I got to take it out from underneath my little thing right there so that I can get the box open. I'll keep it right like that so you can see that I'm doing something. And it is in a box within a box. Set that box down and out of the way and see what we have here. Other than loads and loads of bubble wrap. You know me and bubble wrap, it's just one of my favorite things because it's so soothing to just, and it's kind of like a drum roll maybe. And this bubble wrap does not want a bubble pop. So not the best bubble wrap ever, but that's not what we're looking at. Ooh, and we have the Fantasy Night Theater deck. This is a deck that I backed on Kickstarter a little while ago. It's one of the latest ones I did, so kudos to the company that makes this deck because that's definitely, something really exciting, and they got it out before a lot of other decks. Like, I kind of expected it to be the Alleyway Oracle, because that one was one I backed, I think over a year ago. So we're still waiting on that one, but the Fantasy Night Theater Tarot deck is right here, ready to be open, and we're going to see what these cards are all about. Like, here's the back, or here's the front, that's the back, and we had the sides and everything there. So this is an awesome deck that I saw on Kickstarter not too long ago, and just couldn't miss the chance to get it, because that's Kickstarter. A lot of times it has that energy, like that FOMO, the fear of missing out, because you might not get it. If it doesn't get backed on Kickstarter, you might never see it again. A lot of these decks that are on Kickstarter, though, they go on to be mass marketed or onto the seller or the creator's website or their Etsy page or something like that, so you can still most likely find them places. But Kickstarter just makes it a little bit more fun. At least I feel like it is. So the box has been opened, and it's a very unique box. We got to figure out how to open it. I know I've seen it on the Kickstarter thing of how to open it, but now that it's in my hands, there we go. I had a little bit of trouble, but it's really, really easy once you just give it a little gentle pull. How awesome is that? I don't have a single deck in my entire collection that opens like this, so already, hands down, most awesome boxing that I've ever received in a deck. And you just simply go like that, and there is the little guidebook that comes with the deck, and there is our deck. I believe this is the collector's edition, but I might have forgotten. So maybe the standard editions or stuff doesn't have this box, but I am just obsessed with the artwork and everything on this box and the way that it's made. It's all nice and little smooth and everything in there, so you can keep your deck safe. You can see the deck is brand new there and never even opened before. My favorite type of video to create. I don't know if it's your favorite one to watch or not, but I love opening a new deck. I love sharing this new deck and this new experience, because tarot is definitely something that I am passionate about, as I'm sure that you know by now. I gotta make a little nick in the little plastic right there so that I can get them open. But just sharing these decks with you, sharing my passion with you as I do it. This is what I love to do. Like everything tarot in general. It's just, that's what I'm passionate about, and that's why I'm here. So we're going to get the cards open. I'm going to share all the pictures of the cards with you. And, you know, it'll take a couple days to get connected with it. But if you love the artwork on this deck, it's going into my collection, and you can purchase a reading with this deck if you want one. So that's the deck. You can see there the black of the sides. So that's very, very beautiful. I love the darkness of the sides and everything, because they make different types, and it's just a unique little taste on it. You've got the cups, you've got the pentacles, you've got the swords, and you have the wands, I believe. Actually, no, I don't see the wands on here. So it's your passion, your enthusiasm, your excitement that's going to make this deck work. Now, in order to see what the cards look like, we're going to have to remove this awesome box. Seriously, I love this box. This box is hands down the coolest opening box I've ever seen. Just going to set that to the side. You know, we had the little guidebook right here that it comes with, you know, our little white book. And the wording and everything, it's very large font, so you can read that really easily. It doesn't have the illustrations necessarily. I think it has a few, yeah, right there. But you can see, like, it's got the information. It has the artist's message and everything in right there. And you can see the name right there on the bottom. Elisa Deng is the creator of this deck, and it's the artwork already. That's what called it to, or what called to me when I saw it on the Kickstarter, was just the illustrations of it. So we're going to get right into it and start with that Fool. You can see the little extra card right there that tells you her name again and the artistry behind it. It's kind of just fits right in there as like the description card. And we start right here with the Fool, and just the artwork, the illustration, the colors, everything. It's be a fool, be proud, be whoever you want to be. You got the little dog right there, just like the Rider-Waite-Smith, like beautiful illustration. It's got gold filled and everything on it already. Just the Fool, awesome illustration right there, followed by the Magician, that masculine energy of taking action. You know, he's taken the leap, he's gone for that idea, and now he's standing in his power. He's showing the world what he's made of. So beautiful illustration again. Then we have the High Priestess right here. I love the illustration right here too, the purples, the light colors and everything, and sitting there thinking things through. You know, the action is the Magician, the thought process, the trusting our intuitions and all those good things. That is the High Priestess, learning from the past, you know, not letting the emotions overwhelm us, so we can take control and create those lives that we want. Create, 1 and 2, is the number of the Empress, the next card in the sequence, and you have the Empress right there, appreciating the flower in her hands. Now, flower is the color of yellow, so it's creativity and creation itself, just like the Empress is. You got the yellow over here, like coming into the world, so she's creating it. She's creating that life that she wants. So again, beautiful illustration right there. And the backs, like I said, just, I love the color of all this deck. It's just gorgeous. You can see right there, there's the Emperor. He's got the steps and all the hard work that he's put in. So now he's appreciating those fruits of his labor. He is that strong foundation because he's overcome the obstacles that he faced in order to become it. He's taken action on his ideas. He's thought everything through, and he's created this strong foundation that he has now. The Hierophant is next, and you can see they're kind of standing on a podium, so others are looking up to him. He's the higher power, most likely. That's the one way to see it, but it's just that teacher learning from those experiences. The Emperor is followed by the Hierophant, because the Hierophant is taking those lessons of the past and using that to change the future, to transform his life into the one that he wants to live, and he inspires others to do the same. Next up, we have the Lovers, and you can see there are two characters, you know, in a loving embrace on stage, and you got the snake over here, just like very similar to that of the Rider-Waite-Smith. We're just kind of missing that angel here, and it just kind of shows that love and appreciation we have for someone else, that masculine and feminine energy coming together, you know, so we have that love for ourselves as well. And whenever this card comes up and you're facing a choice, this card says, follow your heart and let love lead. My motto has always been with my Cosmic Crow Tarot, you know, look beyond what you know, follow your heart, trust the crow, because the more you follow your heart and you do what you love, the more enjoyable life is. So get behind those wheels of your chariot, the next card in the sequence, and drive yourself to where you want to be. There is the Chariot of the Major Arcana. You can see there's the black and the white of the animals pulling the chariot forward. I love the fire coming out of her. She's like yelling the fire, that passion, that enthusiasm, how she's driving herself forward so she can find the internal strength, the success and wealth of the 8. And right there is the 8. There's the tiger, you know, like the lion of the Rider-Waite Smith, and you've got the girl there finding that internal strength to face those inner demons. Or like me, maybe finding the strength to want to go pet a tiger or a mountain lion or some big cat that could kill you. Just finding that calmness with them so that you can really appreciate them and cuddle them and love them. Next up, we have the hermit, that's spending time in solitude to learn the secrets of her soul. That energy of 9 contains the energy of every number that comes before it. So it is one of the most powerful numbers in numerology. And all those experiences that we've met through the cards previously, you know, the magician, the high priestess, the empress, emperor, hierophant, lovers, Lover's chariot, the strength and everything, all of that energy is contained into this hermit. So it's saying take that time in solitude to learn. So he's in this dark area. He's got his mask, he's got his cane, and he's going on that inner journey so he can learn about himself, learn the secrets of his soul. So he can spin the wheel towards the next chapter of his story and find the confidence to lead and know that luck and good fortune are on his side. So here is the illustration and the card for the Wheel of Fortune. You can see there the character running in the middle. It's taking a chance, spinning the wheel and beginning that next chapter of their story, or your story, if you, depending on if you've got this reading and you have this card come up. Your story, your life, spin that wheel, believe that luck and good fortune are on your side, because this is the Wheel of Fortune and it's astrologically connected to Jupiter. So spinning that wheel and believing that life moving forward will be fair for you, just, and, you know, balanced and happy. And there's justice, the 11 of the major arcana. You can see there she's got the blindfold, she's got the scales. The scales both have fire in them. The sword in her hands, the sword of truth, has fire. So it reminds you to remain passionate and focused on what you want to achieve, and you will be able to achieve it. And believe that you are worthy of fairness and balance, and life is going to be more fair and balanced for you. Moving forward, we have the Hanged Man. You know, life is fair, but we kind of have to be patient for that fairness and balance to come to us. Patient after we spin that wheel and let life create what we want to create. There is the Hanged Man, label 12 of the major arcana, and it is a hanged woman in this case, it seems. You got all these like teeth and everything above her and all this, but she's taking that time. She's thinking outside of the box so she can decide where she wants to go next. What might need to come to an end. The next card, Death of the major arcana, and you have the 13 right there, because she has to take that time to learn from where she's been in order to decide what she needs to let go and where she wants to go next. So death, a lot of time, more often than not, it rarely, if ever, means actual death. It means letting go of what no longer serves us so we can find what does. But then after we let that thing die, it's not always away from us. Those lessons of our past, those experiences, we need to take the time always to learn from them so we can apply that knowledge to our futures, so we can temper our doubts. And there is Temperance, the card that follows death. A beautiful illustration. Again, I love the fact that there's 2 characters here, because usually you only have that one character. But it reminds you that those experiences of your past, who you were in the past, that is still with you. That knowledge, that wisdom, even the mistakes and failures, those all have experiences to teach you that you can apply to the path ahead and create the future that you want. So there is the Temperance card of this deck, the Fantasy Night Theater deck, and it's just, again, beautiful illustration. I love the colors, the art, the rainbow, everything about it says, you know, what no longer served me came to an end. It had to die so I can take that knowledge with me and apply it to the path ahead. Like the 5 that we met with the Hierophant, there's the 5 up there with the 14. It combines the magician with the emperor and says those powers, the ability to begin again, the ability to take that knowledge, the ability to see ourselves as the strong foundations that we are, gives us the power to change our lives for the better. The energy of the 5, change and transformation. The Devil is next, not a card that anybody enjoys seeing, but one that is very empowering if you choose to see it as the astrological connection. And you can see like taking control of our situations and everything like that, because they're holding their hands, they're focused on that passion, but someone else is pulling the strings. So you have to let go of those strings. You have to free yourself from that prison of your mind, prison of doubt, and prisoner of those vices and addictions that want to hold you prisoner, so that you can learn what you need to do and create that life that you truly love and enjoy. 15 up there, that relates back to the Lovers of the major arcana. So you focus on that love, loving yourself enough to free yourself from those inner demons, the inner devil, and free yourself from those vices and addictions so you can begin creating the lives that you truly love and enjoy. which leads us to that astrological correspondence I talked about, Capricorn, that shows just that ability to create the earthly existences that we want to live. Making this into like a tarot reading itself, it seems, but there's so much enthusiasm that comes through when I'm reading the cards and just sharing the illustrations. There's just so much power to it. You know, you free yourself from that prison that no longer served you. That prison could be the tower itself. You know, the tower falling, it might be terrifying, it might be unexpected and catastrophic, but maybe it never served you in the first place. And the illustration of this tower, there's just so much going on. There's that fire again, that passion, you know, that's taking over what no longer served you. So it's time for the tower to fall so you can learn from that experience again and rebuild a better tower in the moving forward. The star is after the tower, showing that even when the tower falls, hope still remains. And there's the star pouring water into the pool below, all the stars falling and everything. And she's a fairy, like she learns from those experiences. She flies free from them and creates something better than she had before because she still has hope after the tower comes to an end. The moon, it seems, is a mermaid, so we have that diving deep into that ocean of emotion so you can learn from the experiences and learn what you want to achieve and believe you had the power to make those dreams a reality. And you've got the mermaid right there, you've got her like reaching out to the moon. Just again, beautiful illustration. The colors and everything, the artwork, the dedication, and the hard work that went into this deck definitely shows. There's the sun with a beautiful woman with a harp and the sun behind her, creating sunshine in her life, creating beautiful magic and love in her life. Judgment follows the sun, and we have that illustration right there. I'm getting ahead of myself, or they want to get ahead of themselves. You have judgment right there, everybody dancing, everybody forgiving the past so that they can find the success and wealth and feelings of being on top of the world. And there is the World card. So we've made it through the major arcana. We're going to move right on, it seems, to the Suit of Wands. You have the Ace of Wands right here. So we have that power, that passion, that fire. And if I remember correctly, let's see, I set these up so we could do this. Right there, see that rose right there in her hand? There is the rose right there in that card. So there's a little callback to the Empress, showing that passion can help us. Passion and ideas can help us create things in our lives and create the lives that we're passionate about. Two of Wands, you can see there, she's got two buds, the two roses still. They haven't quite bloomed yet, but she's deciding what she wants to make with those. This is the should I stay or should I go card. The Three of Wands is next, my favorite card of any deck. And it shows inspiring others too. You can see these others characters too. So the wand has been broken open, or, you know, bloomed open. And so the others are holding theirs too, because she's inspired them to take their own passions and let them lead and make those ideas a reality of their own. Four of Wands is next, that strong foundation that you're passionate about. You see the two characters there, so it reminds us that this can be a card about a wedding or just a celebration in general that you're passionate about. Of course, the more you're passionate about something, the more others might be jealous of it, the more others might want to share their passions with you. So here's the characters in the Five of Wands, and they're all fighting and everything. Very beautiful illustration. You know, she actually took the time to put work into the major arcana. All the roses, all those passionate ideas in the past, you know, you're celebrating those victories. You're learning from them. That's Six energy. Back to the Lovers. Taking the time to reflect on where you've been so you decide where you want to go moving forward, and appreciating all those victories and all those things that you love that you've experienced in the past. Seven of Wands, defending those passions. That is the next card, and you can see her there and all those wands like up against her. She still stands in her power. She's not letting those people hold her back. Eight of Wands, those passions taking our lives and making them feel like they're moving more quickly. You can see the character there, focused, dedicated on what he wants to achieve. This goes back to strength of the major arcana, and it's having the strength to keep going even when life feels stressful, because those ideas of yours, just so many people want a piece of it. So many people want to order what you have to offer. So that's very much the energy there, but it shows that driven and dedication that you're taking that passion and running with it. The Nine of Wands is next. You know, you feel defeated, always needing to look over your shoulder because all those people just took everything from you, and it just left you exhausted. So it feels like you need to defend yourself all the time. There is the Nine of Wands, followed by the card of feeling overwhelmed by all those passions, because you just have so much going on. And you have that illustration there too, but you also see the drive and the focus in his face. Like he's ready for that next chapter. He's going to let all these passions, he's found success with all these passions, he's made it to the finish line. So now he's able to spin the wheel and begin the next chapter of his story. We go right back to that Wheel of Fortune with that energy. Because once we complete what we've already been passionate about, once we've taken those to the finish line to achieve them, we can make the next chapter even better because we've learned from those experiences. We have the Page of Wands up next. And here is that illustration, the orange and everything, joy, positivity. Oranges in general, they give us energy, like the vitamin C in them, they make us like feel better and all that good stuff. So nod to like the oranges of life and how good they are. Taking those passions and taking those ideas and making magic with them, like they're focused on it. They're focused on those fireworks. They're inspiring them so they can take those ideas and soldier on in order to achieve them. And there is the Knight of Wands. The fire is in his walking stick or his sword. Well, that's actually his wand, I guess. Yeah, because this is the wand suit. And you have that fire just leading him to where he wants to be. He's the one creating that magic. That swirl, that orange continues right here, showing that passion, that drive, that enthusiasm that takes him forward. Queen of Wands follows our Knight of Wands, and there she is with her black cat. The kind of the witch of the tarot, the witch of the court, the most creative queen of the court as well. So you have that wand right there representing that empress, that rose that we had before, showing the power she has to create the life that she's passionate about. And then of course the King of Wands brings up the completion of the suit of wands before we meet the cup suit. We have that king right there. His wands isn't all streamy like hers because he's made it. He's made a name for himself. He's sitting there and appreciating the fruits of his labor. He has the stories to tell people, to inspire them to go after their own passions and everything. And there is the salamander that we see in the Rider-Waite-Smith as well, showing that passion and that drive that has taken him to where he is now. Ace of Cups is up next, and we have this illustration right here. I love the little bird knot up here because it reminds me of a crow. You know me and crows. It kind of reminds me of a magpie actually, because there's a little bit black and gray there. And diving into the cup and showing those ideas that emotionally fulfill us. Two of Cups, emotionally fulfilling partnerships right there. They work together to succeed. They're like being celebrated because they put on the play together, and they have the same ideas, the same wants and desires. So the Two of Cups can be like the lovers and show like an emotionally fulfilling relationship, but it can also be an emotionally fulfilling partnership when two different people are on the board for the same idea and they want to work together to achieve it. The Three of Cups, the card is celebrating those passion or the things that bring us joy and happiness. You see the three characters there all dancing together. Four of Cups, the boredom card of the tarot, and you can see he's very, very bored. They offer him a cup and he's just not interested. And you got all the cups up here, all the things that once brought him joy, but there's just, been there, done that, nothing left to offer. So if you're so focused on that boredom, then you're not able to see what still remains. So that's a beautiful illustration. Very, very green, very naturey, very, money making, possibly. So those ideas of ours, if we're not bored, we can take them and run with them. We have to let go of the pain of the past in order to see what still remains. So there's the illustration of the Five of Cups. You can see she's kind of in sorrow, but unlike like the Rider-Waite-Smith that we usually see here, there isn't two cups, it seems, that are still remaining of potential. We do have the rain over here in the distance though, and it kind of, that is the nod to the Rider-Waite-Smith, I feel, because you look past the rain, there's the sunrise or the sunset depending on what time of day it is, and you can see that the hope still remains, that you're able to look away from the sadness. You can find better things moving forward. There's that five, shows the change and transformation that we had the power to achieve when we let go of the pain of the past. Six of Cups is next, the card of nostalgia, and this is just a fun, beautiful card. It goes back to that temperance, learning from the past, so you can apply that knowledge to the present. And you see the two characters there. I say it's a nod to the to temperance because you've got the fairy right there, just like you did in the temperance card. Just beautiful illustration, the way that they dance and everything. I don't have a deck anything like this, and this is just such a cool one to add to our tarot community. There is the Seven of Cups, the card of choices, and you have all the different choices there. Some might be too good to be true, some might just be downright dangerous. There's a creepy hand, there's a skull, there's a race showing success. You've got the jewels, I think that's a coin, and there's the key to something else you want to achieve. So all those choices, that's the obstacle. Chariot, overcoming obstacles to find success. You have to decide which of those choices is best for you and which ones might be too good to be true in order to find the success and wealth of the eight. The Eight of Cups is the card of leaving behind what no longer emotionally fulfills us. So you see all those cups past her and she's walking away from them so she can find what she wants to do moving forward. and make those wishes that she's emotionally invested in come true. And there's the little yellow flower again, going right back to that Empress. 9, 3 times 3 is 9. So the Empress is still contained in this card, showing the power we possess to make our wishes come true. When they emotionally fulfill us, they say it no longer feels like work if you really enjoy what you're doing. And if you're truly passionate about something, you can find success with it. So that goes right into those making our wishes come true, because we have those ideas, we have those passions, we have those desires, those fulfillments. And when we believe in them, when we're emotionally invested in them, cups, emotional investment, we can actually find success in them. We can make our lives what we want them to be and create those wishes and make those wishes come true. The 10 of Cups completes the numerical sequence before we meet the members of the Court of Court of Cups. The family, happy family right there, they're all celebrating. So everybody in the family is invested in this play, in this theater, and it's just, again, happiness, joy, completion. That is the completion of the Suit of Cups. Page of Cups brings up the first member of the court. You see he's focused on that water. He's focused on taking those ideas and making something of them. So more related to the Ace of the suit, really showing those ideas have potential, those inner children, those people in our lives that just bring us joy and happiness. The Knight of Cups reminds us to follow our hearts, and you can see there he's got his roses to share with his loved one. He's the romantic knight of the court, and he's soldiering on to what makes his heart sing. The Queen of Cups is a beautiful witch here. She stands in the middle of the ocean, and she's focused on those butterflies flying up. She's the mother archetype of the tarot, so you can see, like the Empress, she's very much connected to her, and she's got those emotional joys. She wants to make everybody happy, but she needs to find the time to make herself happy and fulfilled too. King of Cups is the final card of the Suit of Cups. Now, unlike the King of Wands, he's actually standing up. He's holding that cup. He says, I found what makes my heart sing. I'm not just done achieving it. I'm going to go after it again. I'm going to find those things. I'm going to leave the ocean of emotion behind me so I could focus on what makes my heart sing and let it lead in my life. So I love the purples and the greens. Purple and green are my favorite colors. So I love the colors of this card, the illustration and everything. And he looks very romantic in his way, with his mask and everything, like Zorro, a knight in shining armor coming to save you. Of course, he is the king, the knight is over here. He seems very attractive too, but there's something about a man with a dark hat on and everything that's just like, ooh, wooing everybody. That is the Suits of Cups, and we move on to the Suit of Swords now. Very orange. I love that again, like enthusiasm and excitement. So the Suit of the Mind seems exciting as well. The Two of Swords there, you can see the character there. He's got two ideas, two passions perhaps, and he has to decide which one is the best for him. So there is that illustration. The card of Heartbreak and Betrayal is next, and you can see that sword. The swords have stabbed the heart through, just like we do in the Rider-Waite-Smith, the rain and everything around it, the sadness and depression. But you see this character down here, and this character, they're walking away. 3, that number of the Empress, creativity and creation itself, reminds us that we are the ones with the power to create our futures. When we learn from those experiences, we can take that pain and create something better from it. So again, one of my favorite cards, despite the darkness of it, because it just shows that ability to create something better when we take those swords out of our hearts, swords out of our back, and just learn to love ourselves enough to move forward, to create something from that pain. The 4 of Swords, Rest and Reflection card, is right here, and you can see that's what they're doing. They're taking the time to rest and reflect so they can decide what they want to do next. The 5 of Swords is next, the Victor or the Victim card. You can see there's one character that very clearly is the victor, while the other 2 characters walk away. So that energy of the victor or victim, that power to change our mindsets, is right there with the 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords, the card of leaving behind the stress to find time of peace and harmony, is right here. And there's no one driving this boat with her. Rider-Waite-Smith, there is many of the other decks there are, but this illustration shows the power that we possess all on our own to change our situations for the better, believe we are worthy of being the victors of our lives, and overcoming that ocean of emotion so we can find our peace and harmony within and find peace and harmony externally. It's a beautiful illustration. Again, I like the red of the boat that reminds us of passion and, you know, leaving the anger behind, riding over the waves of the anger and everything so that we can create the lives that we want, so we can steal back our confidence and our power. There is the character of the thief card of the tarot. You got that red, that passion again. That's how I always see red. You know, passion can make or break us just like everything else can make or break us. We have that passion that can turn into anger and hate and destruction and war and stuff like that, or we can have that passion that grows to create things that we really love and enjoy. So 7 goes right back to that chariot, overcoming obstacles. So we overcome the obstacle of our own doubt, steal back our power, and steal back the thoughts or trust in our minds. We can achieve whatever we want to achieve and overcome whatever obstacles that we face. Moving forward, we have the 8 of Swords, the card of feeling trapped by the thoughts in our minds. So we have that illustration, and in this particular situation with all those swords thrown on her, I definitely feel like I was trapped as well. So very fantastic description and depiction of the 8 of Swords right there. 9 of Swords is next. We have this illustration. She's worried about all those swords. Like this one, she's already faced them. She's already experienced it. Success and wealth, the strength can come from those experiences where we feel trapped. This character is afraid all of that is going to come after her, so they're all at her back. She's passionate about what she's doing. There is the red, but she's got that fear behind her, just like the 9 of Wands told us. Like both the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords are kind of negative, whereas the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups are rather positive. But those energy, you know, learning from those experiences, all those things that give us fear, back to that hermit energy, spending that time to learn what those experiences have to teach us, you know, so we can face those inner demons. She can turn around and face those swords, you know, find the strength to leave them behind and free herself from that prison of inner demons. 10 of Swords is the card of feeling many knives in our backs, wanting to give up, throw in the towel, lay down and die. And we have that illustration right there, the rain coming down, the blood spilling at the bottom. So a little bit darker energy of the card, but again, this relates to the Wheel of Fortune, the major arcana. It says let it go so that we can begin the next chapter of our stories, so we can begin trusting our minds and using the information as useful information to create something even better than we had before. You got the Page of Swords right there. He's riding the sword of truth. He's ready to achieve whatever he wants to achieve moving forward. Knight of Swords, he's ready for whatever chaos comes his way. You have that illustration right there. He's soldiering on, you know, overcoming the doubt in his mind, trusting his mind to help him overcome whatever chaos he faces moving forward. The Queen of Swords knows the importance of learning from the pain of the past too. It's her strength, it's her passion. So she's got the purity, she's got the white, she's got the red too, though, showing that passion is still there, even though, you know, she's more logical than maybe, say, like the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, or the Queen of Pentacles, because she's the mind. She's experienced those painful experiences, but she has compassion for herself, and she trusts her mind to lead her forward because she's learned those experiences of her past. That leads us to the King of Swords, the King of Logic. I always relate these to the Vulcans of the Star Trek universe because they've shut off their emotions, but that passion is still there. That red, that fire, that enthusiasm. He's logical. He's driven. Like he's taken his sword and he's built roots with it. He's driven it down. So he's logical and he's able to lead in his life with logic. And that brings us to the Suit of Pentacles. We had the Pentacle, Ace of Pentacles right there. The Two of Pentacles, the card of balancing our passions with what we have to do. There's the red again, and showing that the work we want to do, we don't necessarily want to do, but the work we have to do to pay the bills while we grow our other ideas. The Three of Pentacles, collaborating with others to create what we want to achieve, and that's success. And you got the 3 characters right there, all focused. You know, these 2 are telling him what to do, while that one's putting in the work, and you can see that one right there. Again, all these illustrations I can talk about all day, how absolutely beautiful they are. There's the holding on to your money for a rating day. You can see everybody else is out there working, but he's very focused on that money. So that's very much the energy of the 4 of Pentacles. Although, again, red, passion. The passion is still there, but he's so focused on those pentacles that he's afraid he's going to lose, that he's not focused on what he's passionate about. And if you stay really focused on those things, that money aspect of everything, you know, you might end up losing it all, which is the energy of the 5 of Pentacles, financial loss and unsuccessful. And that energy can just be of fear. And if you're so focused on that money, you might definitely fear losing it. But again, 5 5 is the number of change and transformation. So even if you are in a financial loss and you don't feel successful, that situation can be changed. You have the power to change it. The 6 of Pentacles is next. You can see there the character standing there and all the pentacles are around us. So it kind of reminds you that, you know, he's willing to share it. This is the sharing is caring card. And you have that illustration. He's kind of pointing to people, or I think he's actually just holding a cigarette or something in his hand. But he's kind of standing there saying, you know, I don't need all these pentacles. I can share them with you as well. So beautiful illustration there. The 7 of Pentacles. Ooh, the one with the tree. I love this illustration. Patience is progress. Patience is an obstacle that you have to face as well. So having patience as you wait for those the fruits of your labor to come through is how you're going to achieve your goals. And we have the tree there and the character there with this one. This pentacle showing they are focused, they are dedicated, they're behind the wheel of their chariot so that they can achieve success and wealth moving forward. The 8 of Pentacles, still working hard to achieve it. You can see she started, she's got the idea of what she wants to achieve, but that tapestry, it still needs those pieces put together, still needs her to work in order to achieve it. So it's putting in that work, making sure like you're focused, you're dedicated, you have that strength to keep going so that you can find the success and wealth of the 9 of the suit of Pentacles. And you have that illustration right here, so reminding you that you can buy yourself something nice when you've worked hard and put forth the effort to grow your passionate ideas. So there is the 9 of Pentacles. You got the bird in the cage right there instead of a bird with a hood on, reminding you that your money ideas and your money material focus might be keeping you prisoner in life. So a beautiful illustration again of the 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, the generations of family coming together, healing ancestral wounds, healing our past life wounds and everything. That energy is all contained in this card. And look, there are the yellow roses again, just like we had in the Empress, and a few other cards showing those creative endeavors, those ideas that we grow, that we blossom, that we evolve into something more is going to help us find that success and maybe create success for generations to come. Page of Pentacles is right here, focused, driven on what he wants to create with those pentacles, dancing forward with those ideas because he's passionate about them as well. Knight of Pentacles, willing to put in that hard work and like effort, no matter how boring and mundane it may seem. There is that illustration of the Knight of Pentacles, that soldier, you know, the soldier we have to be, the soldier that has to put in the work in order to achieve their goals. You have to put in that work. You have to do the boring things if you're gonna find the success and wealth to really lead in your life, like the Queen does, where she's got that pentacle, she's got the rabbit, you know, she's appreciating everything that she's achieved, but to like kind of look at her face, she's really thinking about what she wants to achieve next, what might be coming next, and she's got that money saved up, so all the ideas and all the experiences with her, so she can create whichever she wants to move forward and create, you know, overcome whatever she might face moving forward. So there is the Queen of Pentacles, and we complete this deck with the King of Pentacles. Apparently I have 2 of the 3 of Swords. That's interesting. So that King of Pentacles is right there, you know, astrologic connected to Taurus, yes, and that is the season as we make this reading, or this video. It's not really a reading, although I did kind of just read with it. That's beside the point. King of Pentacles, astrologic connected to Taurus, fixed earth energy of the fixed earth energy of the zodiac, and shows that ability that are fruits of our labor, that we can appreciate everything around us, appreciate, you know, the things that we have in front of us, the material things and everything. He appreciates it. He's taken those passions, he's run with them, he's appreciating everything that he's achieved because he was willing to work hard for it. So that is the entire story of the tarot made in this beautiful, beautiful deck. And like I said, there is an extra 3 of Swords in this deck, so that's kind of creepy in itself, because I mean, we did see that. Where is it? There's the Ace. I want to keep them in order and I'm kind of screwing them up, but there, yeah, see, I do actually have 2 3s there, so that's really interesting. As there's 2 of them there, and this is the card of heartbreak and betrayal. That could be a little bit terrifying because, you know, what is my husband doing while I'm making this video? I'm just kidding. But that energy of that 3 of Swords, it gives me an opportunity to tell you again, your pain does not make you. Your pain might feel like it breaks you, but that pain can make something even better from it. Creativity, creation itself, that is the energy of the 3. That's the Empress of the Major Arcana. So once you take those swords out of that heart, once you let your heart lead again, what can you create moving forward? Like take this deck, for example. The person behind it that created it, she wanted to create something beautiful. I don't know if it was a painful experience at a theater or she just enjoyed it, but that's beside the point. Our creations can take us somewhere. Our creations can make something. I mean, she's the first one I've ever seen that made a box open like this. This is so cool. I can't get enough of the box alone. It's just so cool. But that is the Fantasy Knight Tarot. That is what was in my box that I didn't know what was in my box. So that was a really, really fun video to make because, you know, it's exciting to get new things like this. And like the guidebook, we've seen that. It's got all kinds of different like languages and everything in there too. So if you didn't understand a word that I said in this video, then you still might be able to read this deck because it comes with a book. I'll leave the link in the description below if she does have an Etsy account or someplace you can purchase this deck for yourself. If not, and you just like the deck and you want a reading with it for yourself, feel free to comment on this video. Message me on either of the socials. I'll leave all that information in the links in the description below. If you don't follow me on the socials, you might be missing out. I do share daily readings every single day of the week, empowering and insightful readings every single day of the week. Different new moon and full moon readings as well as just random spreads that I want to share too. So if you're interested in that, give me a follow on those. You know, subscribe to my channel if you enjoy like watching videos like this and you want readings like that too, because I do video readings every once in a while as well, but those are available for personal too, you know, written or video. It's up to you. Feel free again to comment on this video, message me on the socials, or book one directly on my website at cosmiccrowtarot.com. All of that is available. As always, I really want to thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I definitely did, because this was just so cool. Usually you know what you're getting in a box, and this time I didn't. So surprise, it's the Fantasy Knight Tarot, the newest deck in my collection. You'll be seeing it on the socials very, very soon. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.